Hello and welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to be showing you what is in my baby bag. And I've got Finn at the side of me as I'm recording this. So we'll have to see if he makes any verbal contributions, we shall see. But I thought it would be interesting to show you guys what's in my baby bag so that you can see what I've got in it. It might give you some ideas of what to put in your own. Maybe there's something you haven't thought about putting in here. It's not, I'm a very light packer with my baby. I don't try and take anything excessive out, but I did have a cluster feeding baby, so that did change what I had in my bag for a long time. So I'm going to show you what I do have in the bag and what I would sometimes have in the bag as well. Some things obviously are in there at the moment unless I was going out. So first of all, just to let you know, I don't use this bag every time that I go out. In fact, I found it too heavy when I first bought it. I had terrible back pain after I gave birth. I don't know if anybody else had this issue, but for me, I just had really bad backache after my C-section, and wearing a backpack just made it worse. So for the first few weeks, I was walking around with a Sainsbury's bag for life. The ones that you can carry by the handle. I was walking around with one of those with all the baby stuff in. Yeah. So this is the bag. So I'm going to show you what the bag looks like first, and then we'll look at what is inside. So this is the bag. It is Winnie the Pooh themed. Can we see it there? Yes. I am resting you on books, so sorry that you can kind of see that in the background. I don't think I can really get rid of it. Oh, I can, but you're higher up now, so I'm going to have to hold it like this. So this is the bag that I got. It is Winnie the Pooh. It has pockets on either side. It has a pocket on the front. It opens in the middle, and then at the back you've got a couple of options with how to wear it. It has a handle just to grab it. It has the backpack straps, which are fully adjustable, but then you also have the option of putting it on your pram. So these two go together, you loop it round your pram handle and you do that, and then it will hold to your pram, and you've got that on both sides. The only problem that I would find with this, if I was to put this on my pram, is that it would just tipple over because it's so heavy. I know that some prams, especially the shell-like ones, are quite good at holding things, especially when they've got the big wheels and everything. My pram isn't like that. So unfortunately, I cannot use it like that. But I'm going to show you now. I got this from the Asda. It probably still is available at the Asda as well. And it's like, just got a nice polka dot design on it. It's not too in your face, but it's quite cute. And I like Winnie the Pooh. I bought a few things Winnie the Pooh themed for Finley, so I thought it was a nice addition to go with the baby stuff. So shall we look inside, Finn? Yes, let's look inside. It's kind of a little bit difficult to describe, but the top of the bag has like these metal, these metal lines in, and it kind of opens the bag properly into a square position, if that makes sense. So it zips open like this, but then it goes into a square position when you pull that properly, so you can really get into the bag, which I think is a really, really good idea when you're trying to rummage around in there and get everything out. So on the outside, we have a spare pocket here. So I will tend to put either a bottle in here. So there is a bottle in here at the moment, but it's just like like a little spare one. So there's a little bottle in there. Or if maybe I'm going somewhere, I might put my own water bottle in that side. And then in this side, this is where you would put your wipes. So there's a little flap here, and when you lift it up, you can pull your wipes through here, which is really good because it can be like quite faffy to be pulling the wipes out of the bag all the time, especially, for example, you know, I think this might be also good for when you've got babies that are starting to wean and the hands get sticky when they're eating. You can just grab a wipe straight from the pack from the side of your bag. He's kicking the bag now. Are you kicking the bag? Yeah. Okay, that's fine. But it's just a really, really good lost my train of thought then. It's just a really, really good idea to just pull them out, I think. Makes it accessible. And then on the front, we have this bit here. So if you unzip this bit, you will then come across a changing pad, which came with the bag. So you do not have to buy a changing mat if you buy this bag. Yes, very handy. So it opens up like this, and it's just really cute. It's got Winnie the Pooh on, Piglet, Tigger, and it's just one that you can use on the go. You know, if you're in a restaurant or in a cafe or something and you need to change your little person, then you've got a mat to put down on the changing mat. Or say you're at a friend's house and you don't have anything from what they've got to use, you've got your own carrying around with you, and it matches the bag, which is pretty handy. So you can use that, which is super good. So we've got that one. And then inside the bag, I'm now going to show you what's in here. Right, so I've put the bag at the side of me now. Yeah. Yeah. Finn's motivated for this video as much as me. Yee. So I'm going to just pull out everything that I have in there. Yeah, so this is definitely a feet Finn video, isn't it? Do you like sitting next to Mummy when she talks? I'm going to just give him his little, he's got one of these cute little teething things just to play with. In you go. Yum, yum, yum. Yum, yum, yum. He likes to just grab it, to be honest. So the first thing that I have in my bag is a outdoor cardigan. So this cardigan is not for indoor use. It is quite big and thick, and it's one that I would put over the outfit that Finley is wearing just to keep him warm. If I'm going in the car and he's got something quite thick on, I might just leave him with that, but it's always good to have a spare cardigan or something to put on him to layer him up if he gets chilly. It's got little cute buttons on it, so I've got that. And then the next thing that I definitely did need at the beginning, and hopefully don't need as much, is some baby growers. So I always think that you need to always have spare outfits. So there's this one, and then there is this one that I've got in there at the moment. Just remember to, if you've not used your baby bag in a while, then remember to change outfits and stuff so that these actually get used. And then obviously we've got vests as well in there just to go with the outfit, so that if your baby does a punami or they get ill and they throw up everywhere, then you've got spare outfits for them. Because believe me, it's happened to me when I've at least expected it, and I've had to change him a lot. At the beginning when he was cluster feeding, he was being sick a lot. It turned out he had a milk allergy, but if you've got maybe a baby suffering with acid reflux, something like that, it's always good to take multiple outfits with you. So the next thing is, of course, a bib. So we always have a bib ready for when we're going to feed, don't we? And then this is a formulation powder pouch, container, not pouch, container. So basically this is to just keep your formula in rather than taking out a tin. So it's actually really good, this one, because it's got 3 different component areas in it. So what you can do is you fill it up with the 3 different sets of formula for 3 bottles, and then you just maneuver this opening to the area of one of them, and then you open it up and you put the powder into the bottle. So that means that you can have up to 3 feeds in here and not take a massive container out with you if you are bottle feeding. It's been a massive help, this, especially if you're trying to travel a bit lighter rather than taking a container. You've got 3 meals. This came from Morrison's, I do believe, this one. And then the next thing in here is just a general cardigan. So always, you know, just preparing to take the layers out when needed. There is a toy. Would you like the toy? Would you like this? Is Nate, by the way. He's very cute. Do you want to play with him? Okay, you play with him then. Yes. So I always take some toys out with me. Most of the time, I'll have them on him anyway. Like, he'll have them either in his car seat, near his car seat. I have a little giraffe that actually like sticks round the car seat handle so he can see the giraffe if he's awake. That's really good because he focuses on the giraffe rather than like worrying where everybody is in the car. But I always try to take some toys out with us so that we've got something to play with. The next thing that actually came with the bag is this bottle container. So if you are bottle feeding, then this is another good idea because it is insulated inside. So that means that you can, so that means that you can actually put a bottle in here and it helps it to stay warmer rather than cooling right down. So this actually came with the bag, but I actually had one before I got this one. So these are really good to kind of, if you're taking a bottle out with you that's already been made, it's a good container to store it in. Plus it will mean that you've got peace of mind that if the bottle was to leak, it would only leak in here, which I think is a good idea. The next thing that we have in here are fragrance disposable bags. So yeah, you're going to need these. Obviously, if you've got to do a nappy change, then really recommend that you have these. And then obviously we've got the nappies. So the nappies, obviously quite important. You need loads of these, don't you? Because you never know how many you're going to need. And I am a person that every time that I feed Finn, unless we're going home, I change him. And then there's also, in one of these pockets, there is a travel sudder creme. So I think you can get these in like any kind of shops. I think I got this from B&M. But yeah, it's just a little sudder creme to take around with you. Really good for if he's got some nappy rash going on. If he's looking a little bit red or something, I'll just get it straight on there. It's also good for if you notice any dry patches when you're out and about, you can just put a little bit on. You know, I always think it's really good to just carry some of this round with you. And I think that is everything really. I'll just double check that I've not forgotten anything. No? So that's it really. That is everything that is in my baby bag. Like I did say earlier, I sometimes will just use, Sometimes I will just use a normal bag, like a backpack, that's a bit smaller than this. If, for example, if me and Finley are nipping to the doctor's, which is about 5 minutes away, then I will just use my backpack and take a bottle, a nappy, one nappy bag and a bib with me, because we don't need all of this stuff. But you know, if you're going out for a full day shopping with a family member or a friend, if you're staying at a friend's for the evening, if you're staying over at somebody's house, it's really good for you to have a baby bag with all this stuff in. Like I say, you don't have to get this one. There's loads of different options out there. This one was quite cheap. It wasn't super expensive. If I could change it a little bit, I'd probably go for a bit of a smaller one, but I think that is just me. And also I do fill this bag up, so you know, it's not like it is actually too big because I need the space. But you know, just have a look around, see what suits you and what you're kind of looking for. But that is a quick tour today of what is in my baby bag. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you enjoyed Finn's contributions during the video. So I just wanted to come on as a side note and say that I was playing with Finn during the video, during the takes that I did, because I had him next to me and we were playing, and I was letting him do a little bit of independent play whilst I was recording the little bits and bobs, but I kept getting distracted and I kept forgetting what I'd said, so I do apologise if the video is a little bit scrambled. But, you know, I have a child, I have to entertain him, and I don't think I'd have got to do the video this week if I hadn't have done that. So that was my technique. I also realised during it that I have some baby spit on here, on my top. And two things that I didn't mention that I would put in my bag, I would put a hat in, and I would also put a little towel in. I started carrying little hand towels around with me because, like I say at the beginning, Finley used to be sick all the time, really, really bad actually. I think, to be honest, he was having a lot of feeding problems. I will do a video on cluster feeding, but he was eating every hour, he was throwing up every feed when he was little, and he was also he also had a milk allergy that nobody knew about until he was a bit older. So we had a lot of puking. I had to learn to adapt to puking. But I hope you liked the video. If you liked it, then please subscribe and I will be doing more soon. Bye everyone.